We are live on this Monday afternoon
Because it's a holiday.
because it's a
It is
holiday.
it is Memorial Day when we are recording this. Um so a happy Memorials Day. I
Well,
hope
Memorial's Day.
all of y'all enjoy some delicious food or just a nice little day off if you end up getting the day off.
Yep.
Um can't tell you how far in advance this one's gonna come out, but
So
just
we
know it's
decided
Memorial Day.
this is just going to be like a bonus episode. So I don't know when this is going to come out. I don't know what we're going to do with it. Like, because I was also thinking we could drop this technically we could drop it like this week even though we're not supposed to do a podcast this week. So we could just do like a little bonus so that way it comes out while this stuff's all really relevant. Or we could hold on to it and like save it for when like you're on your Disney trip, or I don't know. I don't know how you want to do it.
No, I'm down to drop it this week. Let's cause a ruckus.
Let's cause a ruckus.
Let's cause a little ruckus. Especially since the main reason why we're talking about it being so relevant is because about 2 weeks ago, a teeny tiny eensy weensy little show was dropped by a teeny tiny eensy weensy little streaming service called Amazon. Although honestly, Amazon, get on the internet because I guarantee it'd probably be fast.
I don't know. I think they're too small for that. I don't think they're big enough to do that yet.
You're right. They are such an independent,
such a tiny little
tiny little mom and pop shop, independent bookstore.
I mean, they barely even dabble in the shows.
Oh my gosh, they're
filmmaking.
Barely starting a teeny tiny indie production company. And we got to give them their flowers because they honestly, I can't keep it up. We're talking about off campus. I don't want to blow more smoke up Bezos' ass. He's got enough up there already, especially with his new fuck ass wife. She's probably lovely, but
true.
But you know what I mean. Oh my god. Yeah, we're talking about off campus.
Amazon Prime turned a book into a show, and we're obsessed.
And what a time to be alive as a book girly and a hockey girly. Listen, thanks to Amazon for giving Heated Rivalry a shot. I thought I'd never say that. Was it? It isn't. No, it's HBO Max.
I don't know. I
just looked at Connor and he shrugged. So. I can't remember. Someone gave Heated Rivalry a chance, but I saw it on Prime. Maybe it is on Prime, maybe it's on Max. I can't remember. All I know is, what a time to be a hockey romance girly. I will say Off Campus did not fully fill the void in my heart that Heated Rivalry left, simply because the timelines are different. Heated Rivalry is 10 years of pining and secret fucking, trying to keep it from their teammates. Campus, it's a kind of cute little, what's the...
It's a college. It's a college
romance, but it's also the there's a movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. and I can't remember the other girl, but it's got that vibe where they have to help each other out. She's, not the coolest gal in the bunch, and he makes her attainable or unattainable for the dude that she wants to be with.
Oh, I understand what you're trying to say.
Is it Clueless?
Yeah. Is it what?
Clueless?
I have no idea. I never saw Clueless. But it's that. It's the very popular jock. The
genre.
Very popular jock with the not so popular girl. The girl that kind of just gets lost in the crowd.
It's literally the band kid.
She's a artsy theater girl. Well, she's not a theater girl. She's a singer, but she does classical music composition.
Which, it's not Clueless.
It's not exactly a hot genre, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so this podcast we're doing is going to be a little bit different. This is just like a bonus. So you'll notice in the title, it doesn't have like a chapter or a book attached to it because it's just a bonus podcast. We wanted to talk about the new show because, again, we're obsessed. I read the book, I finished the book in a day. I have thoughts.
Not. I have not read the book. I'm going to. I'm currently deep into Dungeon Crawler Carl because that is also one of the books that we're going to be reviewing. However, we will be reviewing the off-campus book, which is called. Is it The
The
Deal?
Deal. It's the deal.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll be reviewing the off campus book probably after Crawler Carl. So that in depth
Yes.
book review will be coming, so you guys have that to look forward to. But right now we just really wanted to talk about the show because I'm obsessed. I'm actually rewatching the show already, which is crazy. And then, and I also binged the show in a day. So I binged the show in a day. Then I literally read the book the very next day, and then restarted the show, which I'm not necessarily binging. I'm kind of just like watching an episode here or there. But yeah, and then we also wanted to talk about the not fourth wing book, not book
Yeah.
4 fourth wing book. We wanted to discuss that, and then I also have some theories on the upcoming Akatar release, book 6 Akatar, and I wanted to discuss those as well. So really, this is just kind of like a
We're gabbing.
we're just gabbing.
We're
What's
gabbing.
to come?
We're
Just
chismeando for our Spanish speaking friends. We are the viejitas. We're a couple abuelitas, a couple tias that are just sitting at a barbecue, 4 beers deep, talking smack about everyone.
and for my white people, we're gossiping. We're spilling the tea.
We're pouring tea. We're sipping tea,
Yeah.
pouring tea. It might be
We
iced. It
are
might be not. Who knows?
we're spilling the tea with the cereal. And yeah, so it's just a little bonus chapter of us just chit chatting. So get you a Dr. Pepper, energy drink, cup of coffee, whatever your poison is, and chit chat with us for a minute here. And then please leave your recommendation, or not recommendations, but thoughts in
Your
the
thoughts.
comments.
Leave your thoughts and
Because
feelers.
I would love to hear people's opinions on not book for Fourth Wing and thoughts on Akatar and also your thoughts on the off-campus series because I will say I love the show. I'm so glad I watched the show before I read the book and I will stand 10 toes down on this. Actually, before I stand 10 toes down on anything, can we run the intro?
Intro.
Okay, we're back.
We're back. And if y'all don't already know, this is Hot Takes and Paperbacks. Today we're bringing you some hot takes without the paperbacks.
No paperbacks in sight.
No paperbacks in sight. That is, oh my god. I'm fine. I was choking on my spit. That's why your host Harley.
And the choking on her spit host is Kari.
Whoops. It's because I took a really big bite of overnight oats, and one of the oats, or it might be a chia seed, that's just stuck back there. But
Chia seed.
I wanted to say is Harley, this show to Harley is what Heated Rivalry is to me, because she binged it all in a day. I binged the first 2 episodes and then immediately read both books in the span of like 3 days and cried and could not get over it. And I'm so glad that this show is that for you.
Well,
because
so
now you understand.
the show had me sobbing. It had me in a chokehold. I'm like obsessed. But I'm so glad, and this is what I was going to stand 10 toes down on. I'm glad I watched the show first.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a twofold thing. One, I just strongly believe that if you read a book and then you watch the show and or movie, you are not going to really like the show or movie as much. I'm not going to say that you don't like it or that you hate it. I'm just going to say I don't think it's as good. For the people that never read the book, they always like it's like people that read the Twilight first, right?
Mm-hmm.
they still like the movies, but they'll tell you all day long the books are way better. I saw the movies first, then read the books. I love the movies, and I think the movies are incredible. But I've noticed that about myself, where if I watch the show or the movie first, then read the book, I tend to end up actually truly enjoying the show and the movie for what it is. It doesn't mean that I love it more than the book. Usually I almost always love the book more, but I just feel like I enjoy the show and or movie more than like the person that read the book first, then watched it. Then the other thing I wanted to say was in this scenario, now I, it took me a long time. My cousin Hannah, shout out Hannah, she loves Elle Kennedy. It's one of her favorite authors. And The Deal and the Off Campus series is her like all time favorite series. I think ACOTAR is like her number one. And then I think this is like right after that for her. She's been begging for me to read The Deal for years now. I finally read it after watching the show, and I can say, thank God I read the show because the book was not bad, but there is no way I would have actually finished the book if I had just picked up the book and read it. I am so much not a romance girly. I'm just not, I'm not.
She's not. She's really not. She is a fantasy girly through and through.
I
Or a
read to
romantic
escape.
girly even.
Mm-hmm. I read to escape. I don't need to be on
Yeah.
Earth. I know what love is. I understand the whole hockey romance with the nerd girl. Like I already know all this shit. I don't care. Like I read to not be here. So for me, I would have never if I hadn't watched the show and been in a chokehold from the show, there's no way I would have finished the book. The book is good, do not get me wrong. But the changes that they made, in my opinion, this is my opinion, this is my hot take, do not come for me. The changes that they made in the show 100% needed to happen, and they were 100% for the good. Like, I like the way they did everything in the show way more than I liked what happened in the book. The book feels very, like, Wattpad, teeny bopper, like, not even college age shit to me. It's like high school age shit to me. That's how I felt with it. That is my hot take.
To be fair, the book was published in 2015. It is about 11 years old. So that makes sense.
And I think when you read the book, I think you'll know what I'm saying, and we'll have a huge in-depth conversation, and we'll probably get roasted for talking shit about this book because it has like an occult following.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming to realize. And again, the book's good. I'm not going to sit here and say the book isn't good. And maybe I eat my words. Maybe you'll read the book and be like, this shit's so much fucking better. You're stupid. And I will be like, okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. However, I just really think you're going to read the book and you're going to be like, yeah, no, the show's way better.
And you know me so well that we both know that that's probably true because
I have a very strong suspicion that you are going to read the book and you're going to text me and say, yeah, this show's way better.
Yeah, because I think I want to say this was on my list, but as far as hockey romances go, I don't know why this was last. Maybe it is just because it's standard college age, boy meets girl, boy needs help, girl helps boy. I think it was like, I think it's a little spicier. And then I went over to the Jacksonville Rays and was like, here we go, polyamory. and then the heated rivalry came out. And I was like, hold on. Now we got boy on boy. So needless to say, I didn't want anything to bland.
Yeah. Well, and like this is...
It's not like, bland. It is a trope that has been done over and over again, and it's just, you know what it is. You know, yeah. You go, it's like ordering a burger from McDonald's, a burger from In-N-Out, a burger from Burger King. You know you're going to get a burger. Sure, there could be some differences in each burger, but you base is meat, cheese, if you want cheese, and button. You have your standards, you already know.
Yep, you know what it's gonna be. You know what's gonna happen. And like I will say there is some like more like give the book its credit the credit that it deserves. It does have some darker topics, it has some darker themes, and the book is well written to cover those themes without glorifying it or romanticizing it in any way, shape, or form. And but I think the show even was better at covering those topics.
The show did handle it beautifully. Trigger warning because we are going to talk about some essay situations along with domestic abuse. But
Yes.
so if you don't want to listen to that, we're not going to go into too much detail, but just the overall fact is that that is what happened to our two main characters, and it was beautifully presented. Like it was done respectfully. It was done. Um, it honestly felt, and I don't know if you felt this way, but to me, the way it was written and the way it was portrayed by the actors, it felt like if they spoke to someone who did go through each of those situations to kind of understand the feeling, or it was written, or at least like the director or whoever consulted with someone, because I mean, the breakdown alone, Hannah's breakdown was holy shit. Like that was heartbreaking. But it's true. You know, you have people who go through those things and they have all of those feelings and they think they're okay, and then they boil and boil and boil, and then they have that breakthrough. They
So
have that meltdown.
the show made me cry. I'm not going to lie to you. The book did not make me cry. The show made me cry. And I will say, as somebody, without getting into details or going down the rabbit hole or doing any of that stuff, as somebody who has experienced SA, survived SA, however you want to say it, I have never read, watched, seen anything that made me feel so seen in my life. Like, I've never experienced, like, the way the characters in the show, not the book, in the show, the way the actors portrayed that scene, or Hannah, because I shouldn't say actors, because Garrett, I've never experienced what Garrett went through. My parents have never laid a hand on me. You know, I've never gone through that. But for on the Hannah side of stuff, I've never had a show, a book, anything explain it or like kind of take my feelings out and portray it on screen. Like the way Hannah handled it and like was like when she sat down to talk to Garrett and say, "Hey, this happened to me, but I don't want you to feel bad for me. I'm fine. Like I am okay. I'm just telling you what happened to me so we can work through it because I need help. I need you to do this thing for me so I can get past this and have a good life again and be able to enjoy sex and enjoy being
Enjoy,
alive or whatever."
yeah, enjoy
And like
everything.
not be so nervous to be with a partner and like, you know, that type of stuff. And that to me, I was like watching it and I was like, oh my God, like never, because that's like anytime, if you're somebody that's ever experienced a traumatic event of any shape or form, when you tell somebody about it, it's instant pitying, it's instant, I'm so sorry, what can I do to help you? They try to fix it. And it's like, I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to understand so that way you know why I clammed up or why I decided to leave the party or why I decided to not be in the situation or why I make the choices that I make now, why I'm the person that I am.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't need your pity. I don't need you. I don't need any of that. I just told you so you could understand why I'm coming to you and asking you to give me an orgasm as part of our training on how to get the guy. Because that is exactly what she did. She literally said to Garrett, she said, "Hey, everything you've done so far has worked. The guy's noticing me. He wants me to come to his house tonight. His roommates are gone. I know what that means. However, I can't have orgasms anymore ever since this happened to me. So I need you to give me an orgasm because you've given lots of girls, lots and lots and lots and lots of girls orgasms. So I know you can do it. I need you to do that one last thing for me. And this is why I need you to do that for me. But God, do not look at me like that. Stop looking at me like that because I'm fine." And I was just like, yes, like finally. Like I felt seen and that's why I cried. That's a big reason why I just like started bawling because I was just like, oh my God. Like they portrayed that and did it so well and so like organically But again, it
respect
didn't feel
for.
like it was being romanticized. It didn't feel like
Mhm.
it was being glorified. It was
Mhm.
very respectful. It was like the perfect thing. And I've never experienced that before in a show. And I think that's probably why this show quickly became an obsession for me, because they did Hannah's character justice. And
Yeah.
other people that have experienced that type of, not necessarily even SA, but just any kind of like major hardship, I think can watch that and appreciate the way that it was handled, and it'll kind of help them a little bit work through what they've gone through. Because it's like, I've already talked to my therapist. I'm good. I don't need you to fix this shit. I just need you to help me out a little bit with this one last thing. And it was just so beautifully done. And then fast forward, I love in the show that they had it be the abuser, because that's a little bit different than the book, and I'm not going to spoil anything or ruin anything for you in the book. But I just love that they had it be the abuser, and I love that Garrett Graham threw down. Had I been Hannah, I would not have been upset. I would have climbed him like a fucking tree that instant. We would have gotten public and decency exposure so fast.
Okay, um, so I was watching this off and on, and poor Connor, he was like either in the room or out of the room. During that point, whenever he was throwing hands, I did pause it and I turned to Connor and I was like, "Okay, you help me break this down." Because on one hand, that's like it's kind of hot.
It was so hot. It was so hot.
And deserved, and it's hockey. Like it's hockey. He called her a slut, and I'm sorry. If I heard that and I was in the stands, I would have. Someone give me a stick, give me a helmet, let me on the ice, let me out.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Put me in, coach. I would have been on all over him.
He didn't just call her a slut. He called her a lying slut.
Yes, which is
He
even
goes,
worse.
his exact words were, what, or it was like something about even better than beating whatever the heck his dad's name was, son, Phil Grant's son, is beating him in front of that lying slut. And I was like, oh, hell no.
And that's whenever I was like, finish him.
Put me in, coach.
Put me
Literally
in,
kill
coach.
him.
Kill him. Kill him. Take him down. It is hockey. Make him bleed all over that fucking ice to the point where they got to bring out the Zamboni and clean it. Like, kill him. Knock some of his teeth out.
Break his fucking nose.
Put your stick so far up his ass that he needs to use his teeth to swing the stick. Like, he's got to use his teeth for the hockey puck. Like, I don't. And that's why I love hockey, because of that. But I was like, on the other hand, I immediately in my head was like, she's gonna lose her shit because she didn't want to make it worse. She didn't want to be the problem. She doesn't want to ever be the problem again.
And she doesn't like violence.
And that kind of, I did like how that meltdown and that breakdown of like, I didn't need you to do that. Meanwhile, we're sitting here like, but he deserved it and we would have liked it. But again, like I see why, and I can 100% understand. And again, done beautifully in a way that highlights both of their issues, because Garrett Graham, his dad is a hothead and has a temper, and we learned that he was abused as a child. He was violently abused, him and his mom too, correct?
Yes, him and his mother, yep.
And he doesn't want to be that way, and he doesn't like in that instant. He doesn't want to be like his dad. He doesn't want to be like his dad. And in that instant, he saw like, because his dad said, "I'm proud of you," and it's like, well, fuck. I mean, I was proud of him, but still, like.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like he just beat the absolute dog shit out of this guy.
The whole ass dog shit, like it for a college, for a regular hockey game. Yeah, you're gonna see some dudes take some hits. You're gonna see some swings. You're gonna see some bloody ass violence. But a college one, they're generally like, y'all's frontal lobes are still developing. We gotta not.
we cannot just start brawling on
next week. We can't. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
So
and
I get
he
it.
does. He gets a visit from double NCA, whatever the heck the college version
And
of
NCAA.
NCAA. They do. I mean, they come and they suspend him off the ice for the fight because for college, that is, like, yeah, hockey is a violent sport, but it was
It was too much.
for college age hockey players, it was way too much, and he got
It was
punished
too
for
much.
it. But
And he
that's,
did his time.
and the fact that he made Phil Graham proud and smug and like, yeah, you're just like me. I understand where Garrett's coming from, where Garrett's like, oh no, like I'm just like my father. I'm not going to do that to Hannah. And he pulls back too. But at the same time, I'm like, no, fucking dude deserved it. Kill him.
For my
Kill
hockey
him.
fans, Phil Graham is comparable to like Wayne Gretzky or fucking Joe Sakic from the Avalanche. He is a legend. Just to compare to someone real. And um why it's so imperative and why it keeps being thrown in his face, because Garrett has to live up to his dad's name. He's going into hockey with his dad being his dad, and everyone's like, oh well, he's going to be exactly like his dad, he's going to be a legend like his dad, he's going to be, and he doesn't want that.
Well, and that's the other thing
He's
too. Like his dad's extremely like idolized through everybody. It's like
through
think
everyone.
like football terms, it'd be like Peyton Manning, okay? Or in like actor terms, it'd be like who's like a really freaking popular actor.
Everyone. For basketball, from a basketball peeps, Steph Curry.
Steph
For
Curry. Yeah, there we go.
Steph Curry, or even Kobe. Kobe's daughter.
Kobe.
She was gonna be as legendary as him.
Right. So you like follow that path, right? So everybody like idolizes Phil Graham on top of it. But then you have Garrett who's like, you guys have no idea who it is, including his own teammates. His own teammates are like, oh, could you get me an autograph? Oh, could you have him do this for the charity event? Oh, could you do this? Oh, could you do that? And it's like none of them know because he hasn't told any of them that his dad's a violent fucking piece of shit that literally abused the crap out of him and his mother. And then now on top of it is abusing this new fiance.
Yes, and that poor thing.
That poor thing too. It's horrific. So it's like, like just like trying to paint the picture for everybody. Like, imagine having to go through and deal with all of that, and then you're trying to not be that for Hannah. You're trying to prove to yourself and to her that because she's wary of hockey people because her abuser was a hockey player, and a big part of the reason he got out of it is because his family was well connected and he was a really good hockey player. He was a hockey star in their town in Louisiana, or not Louisiana, Illinois. And so for
Indiana.
her, it's Indiana. Okay, close enough. Whatever.
Some I state. Either way,
it's one of those I places in the Midwest. But so it's like all of those things, right? Where so it's like the last thing Hannah wants is to be getting involved with a superstar freaking hockey player who runs this shit. Like, if anything, to her, she's like, fuck this guy, I need to stay as far away from him as possible. So it's kind of like he's got to prove to himself that he's not like his father, prove to Hannah that he's not just some hot-headed hockey dude that thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. And he just lost his shit the moment he found out that was the guy that SA'd her. So, yeah, I get it. And I do think, like I said, I think the show did a better job with the way they handled the whole situation versus the book. So I'm excited though for you to read the book and get your thoughts on that because it's beautifully done in the book and in the show. That's the other thing too. Like, I'm kind of poo-pooing the book, but I do think if you're somebody that's experienced SA or a violent parent or any kind of domestic abuse, whether it's parent or ex-husband, spouse, relationship, whatever, I think you could watch the show. Now, obviously, if it brings something up for you, you know yourself. So if you know that type of stuff's just not for you, then skip it. Don't watch the show. Yeah, but I will say, for
need to force yourself.
Somebody that has experienced and has come a long way from the trauma, it was well done. That it was not triggering to me, and the same with the book. The book was also really well written, and I've had books that I've had to stop reading because it just wasn't handled appropriately. But I will say the book, even though I'm kind of shitting on the book is really well written and very respectful still. And again, doesn't romanticize it, doesn't glorify it in any way, shape, or form. So I do think if you're in a place where you feel like you could handle it, I do think you could watch the show and or read the book because both are done beautifully, but differently. They're so different, and I really cannot wait to do a deep dive on this book to kind of compare the show and the book because, yeah, I just think the show. I'm so glad they made the changes that they made to the show because I think it made it that much more impactful.
I heard they changed Jules. Is
Yeah,
that
Jules is not in the book at all.
okay? Jules, I think, is a really fun addition, especially with them being John Logan's
And
sibling.
so, from my understanding, like, okay, so in the first book, I could tell you right now, I don't know anything about John Logan's. I know John Logan has a crappy dad because that's the other thing. Instead of it being in the show, it's obviously John Logan's mom that's in rehab.
Mm-hmm.
So in the book, I know he has a shitty dad. I don't know about his mom. I just know his dad is kind of a problem child. And then I know I I don't think it says it in the book, but from talking with like my cousin and seeing other stuff, I know that it's actually John Logan's brother. So it's John Logan and his brother. So Jules basically got or John Logan's brother got replaced by Jules, the sister. And I think in the book, Jules would be the brother, and it's actually an older brother, not a younger sister.
Okay.
So I think that's a good change too, because Jules, I think, brings a lot to the table. And then from my understanding, from what I've understood, because I haven't read the second book yet, because the second book is technically John Logan's book. They've already said the second season's going to follow Allie and Dean, which is the third book technically. So they're
Mm-hmm.
going off script that way. But from my understanding in the book, obviously you learn a lot more. But for them to introduce like the other characters, it's Jules is going to be a big because it's basically Jules's roommate that's going to end up being John Logan's partner from the
Grace
sounds.
Ivers, right?
Yep,
Okay.
Grace, and that's also
Um,
how they're going to introduce because apparently there's something with the recording studio or like a radio station, and that Grace works at the radio
oh,
station. So that's how all of that's going to get brought in, and they already started that because Jules says she remember when Jules says to Hannah, "I know somebody that works at the radio station."
yeah.
So all of that. So they're already doing a really good job of like bringing elements in to like help tie in all of the next books.
I mean, the casting alone, too, we do have to give the casting director their flowers because that they have such a talented group of kids. I'm calling them kids, but they're all in their 20s. Well, except for our main chick that plays Hannah. She's 19.
She's 19.
She is the baby.
She really is a baby.
She is a
But
baby, and
she
I
has a
think
very like old
she has
soul
a
to her.
mature, yeah, she has a mature way about her, but
Like if anybody hasn't seen the show yet, just look up one of the off campuses like interviews and listen to it's Ella Bright is the actor that plays Hannah. And then tell me that's a 19-year-old. Because I'm sorry, she
I
doesn't
did not
talk
think
like a
she was
19-year-old. She doesn't speak like a 19-year-old. She does not carry herself like a 19-year-old. You would think, in my opinion, like I would think that we are like close to the same age. And I'm 29
yeah.
for reference. Like, and I think a big part of that, so she has a British accent, which is hilarious, but she's American. She was born in New York. Her mom's from California. Her dad is from Chicago or something like that. And but she went back and forth from London to the United States. She went to school in London. She started acting when she was a literal child. She was in Cursed Child, which is the Harry Potter play.
Mm-hmm.
She acted in that. I mean, she was literally in it. So she's been acting her whole entire time, and I just think she has like a old soul to her. She just carries herself not as a child would. Not that that makes it any better, because Garrett Graham's actor is 28, so there's almost a 10-year age gap.
Who is 10 years older than she is. I saw that and I was like,
But
huh?
yeah, so when I saw that too, I got a little bit like grossed out, but I just feel like Ella Bright carries herself so well that I'm like, and the other thing too, You learn more
And he
about.
seems like a respectful dude too.
That's what
And
I
I
was gonna
think,
say. The actor that plays Garrett, I don't. Did I tell you this? He
huh,
donated a kidney
yes,
so it was a part of 14 people. So he ended up because his best friend from like childhood needed a kidney. They weren't a match. So he put together like this whole thing and they ended up getting 14 people matches through that
yes,
little program.
yeah. He didn't match his friend, but he still donated and then saved so
Was
many other
able
lives.
Yeah, so he was able to save other people and then was able to get a match for his friend. And if that doesn't make you want to cry, I don't know what will.
He seems like a genuine person. He seems like a good
They
dude.
do. And
Um,
they talked about the cuz you know how they have the intimacy coordinators?
yes.
They said that the intimacy coordinators on the show were so good. She was like it was not sexy at all. There was no point of that ever felt anywhere remotely close to being sexual. And then on top of it, so there's this scene where okay, so Hannah, I already said, Hannah asks Garrett Graham to give her an orgasm. So they go to like have sex that night so she could have an orgasm. And she claims up, she freaks out, and Garrett stops it because Garrett's a beautiful human being written by a woman. And he stops it, backs up, kind of. He's like, no, like let's just start over. And she'd
Mhm.
already like confided to him that she's had orgasms. She just has to give them to herself. And so he's like, show me how you do it. Like, let's have you show me and I'll show you. So basically, they're giving themselves orgasms in front of each other, so that way she could be more comfortable. Apparently, I also learned in interviews they recorded those separately.
They recorded those separately. That's
So it's
hilarious. I mean,
so even though it
that's
looks
cool,
like they're
but
in the
that's
room together
hilarious.
doing that, they're not. It was recorded separately. So imagine having to fake give yourself an orgasm for the camera by yourself. You're just in the room by yourself with all of the freaking recording crew in there. Because that's the other thing is they don't, like the intimacy court anybody that doesn't need to be in the room for a sex scene or any kind of intimacy scenes, they kick everybody out. So it's not like
I mean,
it's like
I would
say
just
the
pretend I was
actor
a cam girl, honestly, because that's what cam girls do to begin with.
exactly. And that's the thing. So like just say like the actor that played John Logan wanted to like sit in on one of the scenes, they're not gonna let him.
Hmm.
They're gonna be like, no, this is a closed set. Only the people that need to be here are going to be here for this. So it's literally him, the intimacy coordinator, and the people recording having to do that. And I'm like, I think about it now, and I was rewatching it, and I watched that scene knowing that, and it just started making me giggle because I'm like, I cannot imagine having to try to do that shit. I would lose it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I would be so embarrassed. There's no way. These people are incredible. The fact they, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I really don't.
Yeah, because I know Hudson Williams and Connor Story were talking about their intimacy coordinators with Heated Rivalry because there are some. Okay, I was gonna say the sex scenes were pretty tame, but the ones between Allie and Dean were wild.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they were insane.
but they were talking about how insanely professional the intimacy coordinators were and how they would just double triple check, and that makes me feel really good, especially with all of the like nasty ickiness going on in Hollywood, just to know that now directors and production companies are taking it seriously, especially with more of these spicy romances being turned into movies and shows. It's like, hell yeah,
It
let's
makes
get
me
some let's
excited.
get
It
some
makes me feel
actual professionals in there.
right. And that's the other thing too. It makes me excited and a little bit less worried, so to speak, for them turning like Game On or and that series. So it'd be what's the first one? Game
Lights
On's the
out.
third book, Lights Out, because they're gonna turn Lights Out into a show or a movie or something like that. And then weren't they also going to do Butcher and Blackbird?
Yes.
So like all of those shows too, especially because they have that dark romance side to them, those can go bad
Wrong.
really fast.
Wrong very, very fast. But to
Like
know that we have
major lawsuits very quick. So like hearing the way the off-campus cast talked about how their intimacy scenes were handled makes me feel better. And I also, we talked about this a little bit last podcast too, where like the age gaps in some of these scenarios are like kind of make me feel really icky watching these shows. And like learning some of the things that you learn, it's kind of like, I'm like, ooh, this is another situation where when I found out that the Ella Bright is 19 and then the actor that plays Garrett Graham is 28. At first, I was kind of like, ooh, like I just don't like this. Like, why, we couldn't have casted them a little bit closer in age. But then after watching them talk about it and like discuss what all went down, I'm like, okay, never mind. I feel so much better. Like this doesn't feel icky at all. And as gross as it sounds, I feel like they have more of like and I almost hate to say this too because it's just like weird, but
Sibling
like
relationship.
they have more like a sibling relationship.
Yeah,
And like
100%. It
the
feels like
way
all of
they
them
like
too.
they joke and talk with each other, and I was just gonna say that too. It's like they all have this very close bond now.
Yeah, they're. I mean,
And they
they're
were talking
all.
about like the on the weekends because they had the weekends off, but they couldn't like leave. They had to be like within, so close to the set or whatever. So they would just get together and like hang out and like do stuff together. And they were talking about like their karaoke's and their costume parties and the things that they would do to entertain themselves while they're, on set. And I was just like they just have. It's
Just
almost like
about
they
they're
have
college kids. They
a
are literal
true
college
college
kids.
kid. That's what I was. It's like they have this true college kid bond. It's like they're all sorority sisters or they're all frat bros, not in like the typical frat bro way, but like they're all like these are people that are going to be talking for the rest of their lives.
Yeah,
They're
I
gonna
mean,
go to each other's weddings. They're gonna freaking when the kids are born. They're gonna be at the birthday parties. Like that's how this cast feels to me.
it was who was it? It was Belmont, Steven, and Antonio that went to a Devils hockey game.
Yeah, I think it was those three. Yeah.
Because I don't think Jalen was there.
Mm-mm. Jalen was there. It was Jalen, Belmont, and Dean, the kid that plays Dean.
Oh, so it was Antonio that wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. But they were all at a hockey game and they were all having so much fun. And it, again, like they have such a bro code type friendship. Like it's cool. It's making me really excited.
They look like
Um,
best friends. They look like they had been friends their whole lives.
and it doesn't look forced. It doesn't seem
No.
forced at all. Because sometimes with like sitcoms and shows like this, where you have a group of people, it one can make or break it, and it feels like they all mesh pretty well. I mean, the girl that plays Allie, her name is Mika, and she the some of the interviews that I've seen with her and Jalen, because they were both on the pit for a little bit,
Oh, I
is
didn't realize they were
hilarious.
both on the pit.
Yes,
That's
Mika
awesome.
was a patient and Jalen was her nurse, right? He plays a nurse on the pit. I'm looking at Connor
I'm
for verification, and he's
99.99% positive he plays a nurse because they were
he's
talking
shying
about how
away.
he's working the night shift right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was either a nurse or an MA. No, he's a nurse. He's a nurse because he's getting hit on by one of the med students. Um,
That's awesome.
but yeah, so they were sharing some stories of that and how they work together briefly. It seems like a cool cast, and I'm excited to see more. I'm excited to see more of them because they're all fairly new, which I do appreciate. I am really glad that they were giving these new faces, these fresh faces, a chance at a big show like this.
I agree too because apart from like Jalen being on the pit, I don't really know about any of the others like projects. Obviously, I've seen that like John Logan was in like a musical type thing. So they've obviously been in stuff, but this is like the first
This is a big
like
break.
major. This is their big break, and I'm like, oh my god, like we have a new age or new wave of actors and actresses that are so good. Like these, I will argue that these all of them have the potential to you know go on to bigger.
Oh,
Well,
100%.
this
100%.
off
Because
campus
it
is huge.
does.
It's like it is the I don't know if you know this. It is the most watched show on Amazon Prime that Amazon Prime has ever released.
Yes. And I can
Like
see why.
that's insane, and so they have a chance to really do it justice. Like
They do.
I argue a lot. I think Robert Pattinson did well of like continuing his momentum from Twilight, but like all of the rest of them, I feel like they just kind of like fizzled out. they're not really doing a whole lot of major things, and I feel like it's a shame. So I'm excited for this group of actors
Because
and
it
actresses that are
also,
getting super popular right now, and I just hope they
yeah.
carry that momentum and can be, the next what the fuck is that dude's name? It's pissing me off.
Which dude?
The hot one that's always dating like 19-year-olds. Oh, what the heck's his name?
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Like if they really set their minds to it, they could be that. You know what I mean? Where they're just in back-to-back fucking bangers young in their career, you know?
I think so. I mean, what's nice too is that they're not being cast. Like, or they,
Mm-mm.
it shows that they have range, they have variety. Like, this isn't going to be something where they're just stuck doing certain roles, like Jason Statham, who is forever going to be just an action dude. Same with like Vin Diesel, always and forever going to be action. Bruce Willis, may he, you know, an absolute icon, but all of these dudes were action dudes. We know them for action dudes. Tom Cruise, action.
Right.
This is showing that they have versatility, and it's nice. I'm excited. I am
Well,
excited to
especially
see what else
Jalen.
they do.
Because
Yeah,
Jalen did a phenomenal job in off campus. From my understanding, he did a phenomenal job in the pit. And like apparently the showrunners for the pit, they were like, yeah, we'll just move you to night shift. You come back anytime you want.
he and Jalen. That's not where he got his start. He was a CW kid.
See, and I don't know
He
anything about that, but
I watched Walker. It was the reboot of Walker Texas Ranger with Jared
oh, you told me
Padalecki,
this.
who's from
Yeah.
Supernatural. Um,
Yep, I do remember you telling me
that's
that.
where he started, and he was a kid. He was a baby on there, and it's really cool to see that he's branching out and doing bigger and better things. Like that is cool.
Well, and that's three wildly different types of shows.
Yeah, wildly different. You have a fucking borderline western, a medical drama, and a hockey romance.
Yeah, kids got range.
And
That
I
kid's going
love
places.
that all of them are, honestly, because I do love that each episode did kind of, because as it's trying to establish, Briar University and the entire um, universe that we're going to be in for a little bit, I love that it did kind of highlight each player. We were able to meet each character and really understand and get to know who they were. And I guess just see their moment, get their time to shine
Well, yeah,
as
because you like
we
fall in
broaden
love with
it.
we fell in love with each one of them. It
Hmm.
wasn't like Garrett Graham and then his supporting characters. They
Yeah, it
all
was
each
like,
had
oh,
their own moment, and they're each, and I'm like, oh my god, they all have depth, they all have range, I love them all for their own reasons.
I mean, just the fact that, and I know I texted you this whenever um Garrett and the first party, the dynamic duo party for Dean's birthday,
Yeah,
when
Dean and Bo.
he's like, oh, Hannah doesn't drink, and Dean grabs a can and he's like, sealed
That
lids are
was
better. I was
it was
like,
John Logan.
was it John Logan
It
or
was
was it
John
Dean?
Logan.
It was
No, it
John
was John
Logan.
Logan. Hmm.
When he was like, sealed lids are more trustworthy, I was like, okay, like
The
we're
fact that he picked
seeing
that
all
up
of this.
so quick, though, for
He
him to be
picked it
like,
up quick.
because he was like, Hannah doesn't drink at parties, and he instantly was like, yeah, because she's not
Oh,
dumb.
well, duh, yeah.
Here's a sealed can. I bet she'll drink that. And sure enough.
Sure enough, she did.
And then that's also how they convinced Jules that they were a real couple, even though they're not actually a real couple, because Jules, so Garrett Graham doesn't date, right? So they had to convince Jules that they were a real couple to get the boy that she was trying to impress to also believe that they were a real couple. So that him doing that in front of Jules kind of like sealed the deal too, because Jules was like, oh shit, Garrett Graham just
Gave a
offered her a
shit.
sealed drink and like went out of his way to make sure she was comfortable at this party. What the fuck? What is going on?
Mm-hmm. And I do want to touch on one thing because I saw a couple TikToks on it and I was like, it's not that serious. The term puck bunny. Now, it is used in a derogatory way out here in the real world. it's the same as like, and I know your husband was in the military, so he'll understand the term barracks bunny.
Yep.
It's a thing, right? Like we know what it is, and they
Korea
were
boo.
trying Korea boo, weeaboo. What's you got any others? No. I Connor's in here by the way.
He's in
He's an
there and he's
audience.
contributing zero.
He's contributing. It's because, guys, side note, real quick tangent. We just adopted a kitten. I'm a mother, a fresh mother to a baby boy, and he is the teeniest, eенsiest, weensiest little guy we have ever had. I'm talking, we weighed him and he is only a pound. He is a tiny little guy. He's also currently on my chest because he really loves the warmth of my boobs,
He is
of the
all
new twins.
fluff.
He is all fluff, and so he's just in here chilling, and that's why Connor's in here because he is also helping babysit the baby. But oh, there you go, buddy. He was getting wiggly. I think he might have to go to the bathroom. So let me hand him off to his dad so his dad can plop him in the litter box real quick. You got the baby. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so the term puck bunny, yes, derogatory, we get it. They're trying to paint it in a lighter light, which I did appreciate. They're trying to make it humorous, right?
Because
Some
like,
people,
yes, it's derogatory, but I think it's kind of a cute. Like, I don't think
it's
I would be
cute.
mad if somebody called me a puck bunny, to be honest with you.
No,
I'd be like, yeah,
I would
fucking
think it's
adorable. Sign
funny.
me up.
But some people were upset because when they were asked what a puck bunny is and they tried to paint it in a lighter way, it's like, well, yeah, they're going to paint it in a lighter way. They're on fucking late night TV. They can't just come out and say it's a girl that hops on hockey dick. Like, no, they're not going to say that. Because I did see there's one TikTok girly who she's a wife. She's a hockey player, but she's also a wife of a hockey player. And she's like, I was called Puck Bunny all the time and I fucking hated it. And I don't think that them painting it in a better light is appropriate. And it's like, relax. I am sorry you got your feelings hurt, but relax. It's not on them. They are media trained. They, again, cannot come out here and say, yeah, it's a chick that hops on hockey dick, or a dude, equal opportunity. Like
Right.
We all understand. We're all people. We all have access to the internet. We all have access to Urban Dictionary. It is what it is.
Yep. And it
Like,
is like it is a derogatory term, so I guess I could see like a wife of it because especially it's like she's literally a spouse of a hockey player. It would be frustrating to get compared to like being a puck bunny versus because like I could see that happening, right? Like I could see her getting called that and it's like, no dude, like I genuinely love my husband and he just happens to fucking play hockey, like get off my dick, you know? But really I think the term puck bunny is meant to be used for like people or like women that basically
they're homie hoppers.
they'll sleep with the entire team if they are given the chance. Homie hoppers.
They
Exactly
are
right.
homie hoppers.
And
That's a
so,
derogatory term.
which is also another. And sometimes it's unfortunate. Sometimes you end up dating a boy and you find out you're supposed to be with their friend, okay? And then you just end up being a
And
homie
it
hopper
is
on accident. And it
on
was never meant
accident.
to be that way. And
And
unfortunately,
it is what it
you
is.
get hit with the derogatory term. And then similar funk with like you were talking about barracks bunny. Never been called that, but I have been like made fun of for dating people in the military because my husband's in the military. And I've dated people in the past that were in the military. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with that, okay? I've also been made fun of for dating people that wrestle and multiple people that were on the wrestling teams. Not the same freaking team, but just in. They all happen to be wrestlers. My brother was a wrestler. We traveled a lot. I met a lot of dudes that were in the wrestling team, and I liked to date, okay? I don't know what you want from me. But I didn't date them because they were wrestlers. I didn't date them because they were in the military. And I'm sure there's women out there that are not dating men just because they're on the hockey team, but they're getting called a puck bunny. And I understand that being like irritating, but I also just think you have to just laugh because it's kind of cute. And I wouldn't be mad if I was called a puck bunny. I also wouldn't have been mad if I'd been called a barracks bunny, which never got called that, but It would have been funny. I would have thought it was funny anyways.
I mean, same, but that's just because we call each other hoes, we call each other whores. Like, that's just us. That's
Well,
our love language.
and Kari, I love you, but you're 100% a puck buddy.
I can't
There's no
deny it.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are a
No,
puck buddy.
100%. And I will put on the ears to show. I mean, look at me. It's hockey season right now. Like, I can't.
Also,
It
her
is what it
dressing
is.
up for the dynamic duo's birthday party, her dressing up as a bunny had me dying.
I was cracking up. What cracked me up too is that no one got that he was the magician and she was the bunny, and I was like, duh.
Duh. I know they all thought he was like a shitty vampire.
Yeah, I felt like the Karen in Mean Girls when she's like, I'm a mouse. Duh. Dying.
Duh.
The JLo scene had me feral screeching. That did make me pause and be
Fucking
like,
chokehold.
oh, like the actress is incredible. She's gorgeous. B, her costume, fan fucking tastic. C, that entire scene, I was like, oh, all right. We know what tension is. We know what happens. We know how to make a scene steamy.
The next season, Allie and Dean's season, which would be J-Lo and Maverick's season,
It's gonna send me into cardiac arrest.
I have a feeling that is going to become my next hyperfixation. I will be watching season 2 on repeat for the rest of my life, especially with the ending. Her homework assignment, walking through the door and causing another fight. I don't know. I love when men fight. This may sound bad, but I am a
no, we are primal feral women that love.
I love when men fight over women, and I cannot fucking wait. I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, please, yes, let's do it. I am so excited.
I'm just ready for the hockey of it all. I was reading that they were using some of the actual, or they used some of the same hockey stunt coordinators from Heated Rivalry, and they were using some American League hockey players, which I was like, damn, okay, get your coin. Let's go.
Hell yeah, get it.
But yeah, I'm excited for off campus. I'm excited to see what comes next. I lost my spec. I don't know where he went.
You lost your what?
My fluff ball.
Oh, I thought he was in the bathroom.
Nope, he's out the door. We tried plopping him in there, but he's like, no, I just want to walk around and meander. I'm
just trying to stretch my legs.
He's a cutie patootie. His current name is Fender because he was found in a wheel well, and it was kind of fitting since my car just got crunched. So right now we're keeping it, but we'll see. I don't know. He kind of looks like a Fender.
So I'm rereading Crescent City. So when you sent Fender, my brain instantly went to Fendir because that's Danica Fendir is the last name. So my brain like just totally forgot that it's ER, so it's Fender, not deer, like YR. Anyways, and that's why I was like, oh my god, you did not name him Fendir, because what the hell? How did you come up with that shit? But then after I realized the spelling was different, and then it like dawned on me that it was Fender, and I, my dyslexia moment was done. I was giggling, especially the next morning when you sent me the picture of your car accident.
Yeah. So we've been calling him Fender Bender for a little bit because honestly it fits.
I love it. I think it's adorable.
He's a cute little guy. He's just a snuggle bug too. We're on day 2, day 3 of having him, and he's upset. Ellie's upset, but they're getting over it slowly but surely, and he's coming out of his shell, and he's a cute little guy. We're trying to get him on a routine, get him on a bedtime. He has one big pen that he stays in during daytime because he's such a tiny little guy. Like, I don't know how to put this into perspective. Like, he's literally a pound. So we have a big pen for daytime where he stays when we have to leave, and then he has a nighttime pen when he goes Mimi's for bedtime. So he's living the fucking life right now.
He's so
He's
cute.
got two penthouses. Is it a bit much? Yes, but he's so little. We're just trying to beef him up until like once he gets a little bit bigger and he can handle his own against the other cats, then we'll kind of give him some more free reign during the day. But right now, he's a fragile little guy. I mean, you pick him up and I can feel all of his little bones. I'm like, oh my god,
He's so cute. He has the
he's
biggest eyes.
he has the biggest and whitest eyes, and he just looks so sad all the time.
I
But
love him.
his paws are kind of big. So I think he's gonna be a big fluffy kitty, the way I think your Thor was.
My Thor favor for chore favor.
Yeah, I think he's
I
going
miss
pretty.
him.
He might be big, but yeah, I'm excited to see him grow up, and I'll post a picture on our Insta. That way, you guys can meet our new little teammate, our new little team member.
A little fender.
Little fender bender who's currently playing with the door of his pen because apparently that's a toy.
Hell yeah, it is. Don't you know?
He's so cute. I just want to
I
scoop him up and put him in my bra and carry him around all day.
I just can't wait to snuggle him and meet him.
I know. I
I'm
can't
so
wait for you to meet
excited.
him. If you do end up coming in September, he's gonna be bigger.
It's gonna be big, big.
But with that, I know Harley, you wanted to touch on a couple more things, and maybe we can do another bonus episode to touch on the rest of the stuff we were going to.
I was gonna say, I think we should just maybe touch on, unless you're ready to wrap up now. I'm happy to wrap up now.
Yeah, I gotta wrap up because we gotta go buy some food because we're gonna barbecue since it's the Memorial Days and oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god, you've watched Legally Blonde, right?
Yes.
My mom this morning just started with "You look like the 4th of July. And it makes me want a hot dog real bad."
Oh God.
I'm getting better at doing her voice, and it's not okay.
No, not okay at all. Not okay.
And honestly, I want to be Jennifer Coolidge.
I love it. That's
I
awesome.
already got the lip filler and the fake tits. I might as well just keep going, right?
Sign me up. Bend and snap.
And
Love
I just
it.
want to be her so bad.
Oh, yeah, same, honestly.
Oh my
So I'm
goodness.
good. I'm good wrapping up now. I mean, we talked for an hour on off campus, which is more than I thought we would talk, to be honest.
Because we have so much to say about this show. It's so
So
good.
many opinions.
Oh my
Um,
god. So be prepared for the deep dive when it comes to the book and the show. Honestly, I think it's going to end up being the way we did Dead Until Dark, where we just gabbed about a little bit about what we liked about the book and just kept talking about the show. Like,
yeah, I think it's going to be very similar to Dead After Dark, where we could just gab about
just
both
gab.
of them, and
I
because there's
do
so many changes that I do think you're gonna like have comments on for
probably.
sure.
I do have to ask though, so far, which hockey player is your favorite? Which one's going to be the one that you'd be the puck bunny for?
Dean.
Really? That you didn't even hesitate. That was fast.
No, dude. Okay, so something else we didn't talk about. We'll touch base on this real quickly. And I will just yeah. Anyways, so when Garrett goes to Dean to be like,
When he was like, bro, how do I
because he's
give
like
this chick an orgasm? That was very
he's
sweet.
freaking out because he's like, no, she has to come, and he's like, respect, because he goes, if it's our first time, because so Dean thinks that Hannah's a virgin because like, to be fair, Garrett did not say she was a virgin. He was just like, how do I like make sure she's comfortable and like that she comes or whatever. And Dean just guessed because he's like, it needs to be special for her. And obviously, like, telling Dean that Hannah was S8 is not in Garrett's place. So he didn't tell him that or like anything really. He was just like, it needs to be special. So Dean just came to the conclusion that she was a virgin, which is the wrong conclusion. But Garrett's just like, meh, whatever. I'm not going to correct you.
It's like, you know what? Fuck it, close enough.
You're like, you know what? And so he's just like, so Dean goes, well, if it's her first time, she may not come. And Garrett goes, oh no, she has to come. And he's like, respect. That right there sealed the deal for me. I already was like 100% all in after the JLo scene, but that just sealed it for me. I was like, you know what? And the funny thing is too, because Dean is like the ultimate fuckboy.
He is the ultimate fuckboy.
Like,
And he makes it known. I mean,
and
literally,
I
he
feel
had
like
two girls. He brought home two girls from the bar with him, and that whole interaction between him, the two girls, and Allie being like, "No disrespect," and the girls being like, "Nah, pop off. We know, like we know,
like we know what we're doing here, and the freaking like condoms in the shower, all of it. It's like
all of it."
Dean is so 100% disrespectful. He's such a fuckboy that at first I was like, ugh, rolling my eyes, gross, whatever. Okay, but then the real Dean starts to come out, and you're like, oh.
The other thing that cracked me up and how you know he's a fuckboy is the fact that what the fuck's his name? Tuck?
Yeah, Tuck.
Tuck walked in on him in the bathroom holding a dildo and he just grabbed his shit and left. He asked no questions. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna see you later."
I'm out of here. Or when Garrett in the very beginning of the show, he's seeing that girl, like he was sleeping with her all semester or whatever, and she's like thinking that like she's gonna be able to lock Garrett Graham down, and he's like, they have sex or whatever, and she's like, did you miss me? Because I missed you. And he's like, no. And then they kind of get into that little argument or whatever, and she leaves and she's all pissed off. And they have like the little house vote on whether or not Garrett was actually dating that girl or not. And then Garrett and Dean were like both saying nay, and they go, Dean is the only person that agrees with you, which just proves our point that you're an idiot. I died. I was like, yeah, poor Dean.
I was cracking up. Dean he's hilarious. Him and who was the best friend that he did the dynamic duo with?
Bo
Maxwell.
Bo is technically a football player.
He's a football player, but they're in the same fraternity?
So in the show, I kind of got confused. In the show, I think they're brothers. Like twin brothers.
I don't think they're twins.
Because
hold on. Now I'm gonna Google. Is Bo Beau Bo Maxwell and Dean De Laurentiis related?
Oh wait, they don't have the same last name.
No. Best friends have a strong brotherly bond. There you go.
That must have been it because
they're born on the same day.
Okay. So they're born on the same day.
Birthday twins. They're birthday twins.
They're best friends, and they must be like their families must know each other really well too, because they were talking about because Dean, they were talking about Allie meeting the sister, Bo's sister, because she's was in showbiz or whatever, and then they were going to Thanksgiving together all in the car. I think that's why I got confused.
Yeah. So they must have pretty close friends, because then we do also learn that
because this is the other thing too,
Dean
in the
has
book,
a sister.
in the book, just I'll spoil a little bit. In the book, they're all in the same fraternity, even though the boys live off campus. Those 4 boys, they don't live in the frat house, they live off campus, which is why it's called off campus. But in the book, so Bo and the guy that Hannah is trying to that she has a crush on, that she likes, in the show, he's a musician, right? Like she is. But in the book, he's on the football team with Bo.
Okay, but they changed him to a musical fuckboy who is a One Direction reject. Timu One Direction. What did I call him? Timu One Direction, Zayn Malik.
Yes, that's exactly what you called him.
I called him a fuck ass Timu One Direction Zayn Malik. That's what I called him, because he's a pretentious fuckface. And the other reason why I don't like him, he's probably a good person, but a lot of people were fan casting him as Zayden, and I don't see that.
No, he can be Bodhi. That's where I draw the line.
He can be Bodhi, and that's where the line is.
But yeah.
yeah,
So
that was fast.
that was really fast. So this is gonna come out before our next show. So you guys are gonna get this next. I think the next podcast to drop. I don't even remember what comes out next. We did Dead Until
It's
Dark
gonna be Game
already.
On. Game On.
Oh, that's right, Game On. So you guys are gonna get this, then you're gonna get Game On, then you're
We're
gonna
gonna
get you're
figure out
supposed to get
Priest,
Priest.
but it
That's on
might end
hold.
up being Dungeon Crawler Carl first.
Yeah, you might get Dungeon Crawl
You
Crawl
might get
first.
Dungeon Crawler Carl first, or you might get the deal. We're out here
Something will happen.
playing. Something will happen. You're just gonna have to wait. Just gonna wait
You
and
may
see.
even get another bonus episode where we discuss because my only thing is I want to discuss not book 4 Fourth Wing and
Yeah.
Akatar 6 before they come out, and they come out not book 4 Fourth Wing comes out in October, and then oh wait,
Both come out. No, not book
no,
4 comes out in September because
September,
I
and then
pre-ordered it for
October.
my birthday.
Yep,
And
and then Akatar 6 comes out in
Akatar.
October.
Yeah. So honestly, and we have to debrief because Harley's gonna go see BTS in Vegas. So you know
Yep,
what?
yep.
You guys are probably gonna get another bonus episode, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
It'll be a BTS and prediction episode.
And you just have to deal with it. Any thoughts, comments, concerns, questions can be sent to our email, which is hottakesandpaperbacks@gmail.com. Or you can find and leave a comment on our Instagram, which is also Hot Takes and Paperbacks. I almost said at gmail.com, but it's not. It's just Hot Takes and Paperbacks.
Just hot takes and paperbacks.
On Instagram and the TikTok. But honestly, I have to remember how to get into the TikTok. So if you leave that there, you're not going to see anything. But you can drop a comment on Spotify because I do see those. Shout out to Papa Miller. And you can leave a comment on the video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can also find at Hot Takes and Paperbacks. Or drop me a comment. I'm always on Instagram, chronically online. And if you have anything to say to Harley, I will beat you up. Only nice things.
Only
Nice things only.
things.
I will beat you. Find me on an ice rink, and I'll make you show Schmear the Zamboni will say, "Damn."
The Zambonis, they're gonna have to re-ice the ice completely.
Completely.
Just
In
melt the whole
fact, there
thing and
might be
start
no
from
ice.
scratch.
It's just gonna be concrete.
There will be no ice left when she gets done with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, any final
Later,
thoughts?
love you, bye.
Oh, bye.